It's over. Time to say it again, Boston. Anything's possible. Banner number 18 has been secured. Throwing in the corner. Brown fakes, fires up the three. Bang! Bang! Missed free throw. Horford the rebound. Here's Pritchard. He loves these. Puts it up half court of the buzzer. Bang!
Tatum. Oh, what a fake. Tatum. You bet.
This was a tough one on the parquet. Career highs from Dillon Brooks and Amen Thompson. A miscommunication on the final play, and it ends up in another home loss for the C's. Hello everyone, and welcome in to your Celtic source, home of your 32-15 second place Boston Celtics. We have to start with the last play of the game. Joe Mazzulla did not have the right matchups for the play that the Rockets were calling, and he tries to switch the matchups at the last second, but it was too late. Luke Kornet and JB try to switch, but Amen Thompson already has the ball. He drives to the basket, shakes off Jaylen Brown, and throws up an easy mid-range for the win. I mean, Amen Thompson absolutely cooked us tonight. His athleticism was really no match for any of the Celtics players. Even Jaden Springer tried to come in and provide a spark, but he too could not shut him down. 34 points for him, 13 for 15 on field goals. Right? He's not even a great shooter, but of course, against the Celtics, he shows up. I mean, don't even get me started on what Dillon Brooks did as well tonight. 10 threes, a career high. As Brown said afterwards, you sort of just have to live with those types of performances. But, of course, Brooks was also trash-talking, getting the crowd involved. Ime Udoka loving it. The Rockets have been the best team in the NBA since they played the Celtics back on January 3rd. I think they're first in offense, second in defense, something like that. And despite all this, this was a winnable game before that last shot from Thompson. Right? They had a 10-point lead going into the fourth. But every minute the Rockets would sort of cut into that lead. I think they went on a 13-0 run to tie the game up and eventually take the lead. Right? There's just something about these fourth quarters that is hurting the Celtics. Right? They had leads in both the Clippers and Mavericks game as well. In the Clippers game, they ended up going to overtime. They needed Jaden Springer to win that game for them. And they had a big enough lead in the Mavericks game that they still won in regular, but it went from a 25-point lead to a 15-point lead at the end of the game. Right? And in this one, I think it hurt not having Derrick White, who, could slow down Dillon Brooks and Amen Thompson. Right? Unfortunately, unlike last year, the Celtics cannot seem to steal wins when they're missing guys. They're going to have all their guys to even have a chance at the finals. Right? KP might be the biggest X factor this season. Right? If he's not there, I don't think the Celtics have a chance. And he was only half here tonight because he was in foul trouble for the duration of the fourth quarter, which hurt his ability to, contest shots and sort of make an impact at the rim. Right? Part of the reason why for that last shot of the game, right? KP couldn't come over and help because he was worried about fouling. Right? He did have a nasty putback dunk after his own miss earlier in the game. He then proceeded to bump Dillon Brooks and get teed up, doing his dance in front of the Garden crowd, getting them all riled up as well. This was a chippy game, right? And not very consistent officiating to go with it. Right? They were letting almost everything go early on, and then they started calling everything as the game progressed. It certainly helped Jayson Tatum, who went scoreless in the first half for the first time in, I think, 3 years, something like that. But then in the third, he takes over with Brooks off the floor. I think he went to the line 10 times in that third, had 14 points. Really was the reason that the Celtics got off to that 10-point lead to start the fourth. And this was, a fantastic game from Brown as well. 28 points, sticking to what he does best, the mid-range. Right? Luke Kornet, fantastic as well. 18 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. He was dishing out dimes all over the place. Right? A monster poster on Amen Thompson as well. 107 dunk score, as Brian Scalabrine reported. Unfortunately, as I've said this before, this team still has trouble against physical and scrappy teams that like to get into guys' head. Right? They play, I believe, the Bulls Wednesday. Right? A big game next week against the Cavs. We have to have that one. And it seems like the Celtics win one, they lose one, they win a couple, then it seems like they're getting on the right track, and then we get right back to just a mediocre team right now. And I do think the shooting is coming back, but sort of these small details the Celtics are still struggling on. I'm going to wrap this video up here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Follow on social media so you don't miss out on news, scores, highlights, all of that from the Celtics as they try to repeat as champions. But, until next time, go Celtics.
Folks, this looks like it's going to be a layup. Watch Derrick White sprint and tell Jimmy Butler, not happening here. Are you kidding me? That's ridiculous.